Yes. I must destroy them. I must kill her.
What? What are you talking about, man? Who are they? Who is she?
They are the most darkest evil that I have ever faced in my life. The most vilest creatures in existence. Composed of nothing but evil. She and her minions destroyed my world. I must destroy them.
Tell me everything.
I will tell you everything. Pay very close attention.
Enemies. We're gonna finally look at how to design bad characters or enemy characters or evil characters, alright? And we are gonna look at two important aspects of character design. One, the story, and the second one is using shapes to design different types of characters. So not every character is the same, like anime characters. So what makes an anime character or a bad character or an evil character? So enemy characters are not essentially bad, alright? Most enemy characters are not bad. They are like the way they are because of their past experiences, because people have bullied them, people have made their lives miserable when they were good, okay, when they were just trying to be good or live in society. So that is how they turn bad, okay? Now some characters just want other people to suffer, and some characters just want power or money or whatever. These are all just basic human natures, okay? These are all the bad sides of human nature, and we are gonna exploit that today. Now, I have designed 4 enemies for my story. For now, the main enemy, the main bad character, so she was the first character that I needed to design. So the idea came from one of Naruto's character, Orochimaru, and the final boss of Little Nightmares. I think she is called as a lady, the final boss. So I combined both of these designs and gave my character some extra features, like she is not really human, or she is not really a living thing. She is basically a robot, an AI, alright, who is trying to control the world. This is the character, the woman. I call it the woman, and it doesn't really have a gender. Sometimes people call her him, sometimes people call her her or she, okay, and sometimes she's called as it. So she doesn't have a gender, and you can see the inspiration, like I got it from Orochimaru and the lady from Little Nightmares. So she's basically a snake-like creature, okay? So she wants to control everything, alright? So she's like, you have to make 100 human sacrifices to get this food. I will give you this bowl of rice or something like that. Something very twisted and evil and something like that. So she's like, she crawls like a snake. Her mouth is basically a robotic. It is like I decided to combine the puppet thing that we see in Naruto, then add a robotic or a mechanical feel to it. And to understand her nature, like how she is, how she reacts, and how she moves, so this gives a proper interpretation of that, her nature, her character, alright? So that's basically the story of the main villain or the character or the enemy character of my story. Next character, the MadDoc. So the design inspiration came from like the plague doctors that we used to see in the Renaissance period, okay, and the penguin. So I combined both of them, and this is what we get. And he's like a mad, crazy doctor who likes to make crazy human experiments, like transplanting organs to another part of the body, like the legs and shit. Alright, it's all of those things, and he makes people sick by giving them illegal medicines, etc, etc, etc. So it's all twisted mentality. He doing some of his I don't know, operation or something like that, like how his he has his wicked smile. All right, so yeah, so that is the definition of a crazy doctor. Like, it's like yes, this patient, I love this patient, I will transplant his brain into another person's body or something. All right, so he's something like that. so you have to go and become the character to have a convincing character design. All right, so the third one is a pretty fine lady. Okay, we all have seen such a lady, our sweetheart. So if you have been living long enough on this planet called Earth, there are some people who manipulate other people for money, right? So she's somewhat of that character. She manipulates rich people or rich guys into giving her money in exchange of giving them a promise of her beauty, but she never ever completes that promise. Why? Because she doesn't want them, she just wants their money. Okay, she has them wrapped around her fingers like puppets, so they dance under her orders. So yeah, so that was the inspiration, that is the story. So I have given her a very revealing and sexy clothes, and this scene depicts her character, her personality, how she is. I hope you like her. You like her, don't you? Now for the final character, the Bossman. He's like a businessman, like a twisted businessman who just works for money, who just wants money from other people, alright, who just takes money from poor people. So he's also like a politician. We have all seen such people exist in our own world. So that was the inspiration behind this. And of course, he's fat, like a policeman. Okay, so if you have seen those fat policemen whose bellies are like a pregnant woman, alright? He's fat, he eats a lot, he eats a lot of shitty food, he eats a lot of money, alright? He's greedy as fuck, alright? He's sick and twisted, he has a sick and twisted mind, he's diabolical, and this scene shows exactly how he is. So you get the idea that what I had in mind for an enemy character. Now, talking about the shapes, okay? Now, shape design is the most important thing in character design, alright? Without the shapes, you cannot tell a difference between one character and the other character, alright? Now, if you take a look at her shape, it's basically a slender rectangle, okay? You can call it hourglass shape also, but hourglass is mostly reserved for more curvy characters like curvy woman or something. Okay, so this is mostly a rectangle or a stick, and the silhouette should show the shape, because if I design the character like a simple human, like everyone else, every other human character, like the same way, then you wouldn't know what character that is. Okay, so that is why the silhouette and the shape is most important. People should be able to tell what character that is as soon as they see their silhouette in the shadow or in whatever. Okay, so shapes are very important, so design your characters using shapes. Now this is a simple one, the doctor. So this is a triangle, that's it, that's the shape, because I don't know why, but I like that shape, so I designed him that way. Now this is a pear shape. You can also differentiate this as an hourglass shape, which is I think more appropriate for her. Alright, so pick your poison, whatever works. Okay, and for the last character, the Bossman, it's basically a circle. That's it, it's a circle. Alright, and some shapes for the head and legs, that's it. And if you refer to the main character, which is this Ronin samurai warrior, he is basically a diamond shape, alright, with his coat. So look at that diamond. Or you can just make him a triangle also, I don't know, whatever. Okay, you get the point. So that is why every character should have a different shape, even when drawing faces. Okay, so every face you should draw differently. This happens in real life as well. So we all have different faces. Even when our facial structure is similar, it's almost the same, but some people have wider jaws, okay? Some people have narrow jaws like me, right? Some people have circular jaws. Even the features on our face are different. Some people have those almond eyes, some people have those upturned eyes, okay? And that is why shapes are very important, and that is why you should design everything, every character based on shapes. Shapes are very powerful element in design, so use that. Now I want to talk about this concept over here, this shape design concept over here. Like, it is a normal assumption that these shapes define a certain characteristic of a character, all right? So for example, characters based on circle or spherical shapes are friendly and caring, and characters based on a square are strong and protective, all right? Then character based on a triangle are very sharp enemy characters, or most of them are speedy characters or something like that. And characters based on a thin rectangle are like weak and poor because they have no fat on their bodies, etc, etc, etc. But this is true to an extent, so this is like true to a basic extent, but you can also use these shapes to design bad characters as well, or to design contrary characters as well, all right? So as a prime example, this guy is not a good character, yet he has a circular shape, okay? So he's not at all friendly or caring or anything like that. Then this woman who is thin is not at all poor, is not at all weak. So you can base your characters just on the shapes. You can just flex and modify your shapes and characters and their personalities as you like. So that's it. So in the next video, we will be designing a character from scratch, okay? So this is like the second part, and if you haven't watched the first part, which covers like how to design a character from start to finish, I will link it down in the description below. And subscribe for the next part, because it is going to be very fun designing a character from start to finish, right? And I will also be talking about color in future videos, because that is a very important subject on how to color a character, all right? So yeah, so that is why subscribe and join the Discord so you can hang out with cool people, all right? To learn more art and to have fun and to play games and stuff, all right? So until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.